Magistrate Vale Saran raised the obsidian hammer high. Its facets caught the tribunal's stark lights. The chamber hummed with sealed doors. Emergency protocol engaged. No exits. No appeals. Humanity stands condemned, Saran intoned. His voice echoed off the vaulted spire. The crisis at Epsilon verge proves it. Uncontained expansion. Irreversible damage. The vote for erasure proceeds now. Adjunct Tyr gripped his stylus tighter. From his recorder's dais he logged every syllable. The Galactic Council Tribunal filled with holographic delegates. 200 species, all eyes on the hammer's descent. Tyr's scales itched.
Humans always begged here.
Pleaded, broke. The doors hissed open. A lone human strode in. Mara Kadeh, envoy. No entourage. No robes, just a plain jumpsuit, datapad in hand. She halted at the defense alcove. Cameras whirred to life around her. I request live recorded cross-examination, she said. Her voice cut clean, no tremor, full public feed. Now?
Saran froze mid-swing. The hammer hovered.
Murmurs rippled through the holograms. Envoy, Soren snapped. The protocol locks the chamber. No disruptions. Your species' recklessness killed 12,000 at Epsilon. Containment demands finality. Mara tapped her pad. A docket projection bloomed beside her. 12,000? Source that. I want chain of custody on those figures. Live. Tyr's stylus scratched faster. Humans never demanded receipts. They groveled. Sauron lowered the hammer an inch. The figures are verified. Councillor Shyrix submitted them pre-vote. From the shadowed broker's tier, Councillor Shyrix of Lume leaned forward. Their iridescent tendrils flickered. Tyrek nodded it. Shyrix, master of coalitions, had slipped the casualty spike into the public feed hours ago. Fabricated echoes from fringe sensors. Fearbait to force the purge vote. Clean hands, always. She stepped to the central dais. Warden Captain Orun's enforcers tensed at the perimeter, armored hulks with stun lances primed. Humans cracked under scrutiny. Always. By the Verge incident report, Shyrix interjected smoothly. Their hologram stabilized. Public docket, Galactic Net confirms. Mara's pad pinged. She swiped. Docket updated 6 minutes ago. No metadata trail. No sensor logs attached. Chain of custody, Counselor.
Produce it.
The chamber stilled. Tyr's log buffered. Unprecedented. Aliens deferred to hierarchy. Humans? They audited. Sauron banged the hammer once. Not a verdict. A pause. Adjunct Tyr confirmed the docket integrity. Tyr's console lit. He queried the chain. Fractured links. Shyrix's proxy node blinked. Unsecured insert. His frills quivered. Assumptions cracked. This human dissected procedure like a routine drill. Integrity compromised, magistrate. Tyr reported. Voices rose. Holograms flickered in outrage. Shyrix's tendrils coiled. The human delays to save her kind. Mara ignored them. She uploaded her own scan. Crude human probe data from Epsilon. Mostly automated drones. My team rerouted the debris field in 12 hours. No special aid requested. Oren shifted. His lances hummed lower. Tyr caught the captain's mandibles click. Respect? No human bent rules without snapping. Soran gripped the hammer. Irrelevant? Your resilience is the threat. Unpredictable. You adapt where others stabilize. Adaptation saved the Verge relay, Mara said. She projected schematics. Lines danced, human shuttles weaving through plasma storms. We fixed your failing grid. Checklist. Assess breach. Deploy seals. Verify hulls. Done. Tyr leaned forward. His log auto-tagged. Human treats catastrophe as protocol. No panic. No demands. Delegates murmured. A Vexari hologram pulsed red. They hoard resilience. Contagious chaos. Shyrix seized it. Exactly. Purge vote now. Hammer falls. Soran raised it again. Higher. Tyr's heart drum quickened. The human stood alone. No flinch.
Receipts first, Mara said flatly.
Or the votes tainted. Public feed rolls. Orun barked an order. Enforcers advanced. She keyed her pad. Live stream spiked across the galactic net. Billions watched.
Sauron hesitated.
The hammer trembled. Tyr's stylus hovered. One human. One checklist. The chamber bent. Cross-examination granted. Soren graded. Adjunct, open the full docket. Chain of custody. Now.
Shyrix's hologram glitched.
Tyr queried the core net. Fabrications unraveled, Sharix's node exposed. Coalition whispers turned to hisses. Proceeding. Orun waved his enforcers back, his eyes locked on her. Not breaking, bending the spire itself. Tyr logged the shift. Aliens built unbreakable protocols.
Humans?
They checked the bolts. The hammer lowered. Verdict, delayed. Mara tapped her pad. Next item. But Shirix leaned into a private channel. Tyr's console pinged. Override code incoming. Purge proxy vote armed. The real crisis brewed. Tyr's console pinged sharp. Override code flooded his interface. Shirix's proxy vote armed itself, bypassing the delay. Purge motion locked in. Humanity's erasure queued for silent ratification. He slammed the query key. Docket metadata spilled across his screen. Casualty reports from the grid failure. Timestamps jumped. Anomalies glowed red. Entries backdated by cycles. Chain of custody fractured. Magistrate. Tyr's voice cut through the chamber hum. Docket corruption. Timestamps falsified. Casualty logs tampered. Saran whipped around. His hammer froze midair. Adjunct? Elaborate. Metadata flags it. Entries logged post-crisis. Stamped pre-event. Public audit required. Under Rule 47. Delegates hissed. Vexery holograms flickered outrage. Shirix's feed glitched. Feigned static. Marakade stepped forward. Her pad hummed live. Compel the checksum. Public feed. Galactic Net verifies now. Saran snarled.
Human, you overstep. Tribunal dictates. Rule 112. Mara cut in.
Defendant compels audit on flagged metadata. Denial taints verdict. Stream it. Billions watched. Feed spiked. Tyr's log auto-captured. Human invokes protocol without plea. No weakness displayed. Enforcers clamped Mara's arms. Disruption. Detain her. She didn't resist. Pad stayed keyed. Detention logs to public docket. Proceed with audit. Orun hauled her toward the glass-holding cell at chamber's edge. Transparent walls gleamed under spotlights. Galactic viewers zoomed in. Tyr routed the audit command. Cornet hummed. Checksum ran live. Files hashed. Anomalies broadcast. Soren pounded once. Audit proceeds. Proxy vote holds. Shirix's hologram stabilized. Humanity contained. Glass doors hissed open. She planted her feet. Warden captain. Escort protocol. Defendant retains comms. Orun grunted. Pushed her inside. Their voice amplified through vents. Adjunct Tyr. Motion to file. Under Rule 209. Detainee drafts continuance from memory. Tribunal accepts verbatim. Scanned rules archive. Verified. Humans memorized law? He keyed acceptance.
Motion compliant.
Mara paced the cell, 2 meters by 3. Voice steady. Full text. Tribunal delays purge vote pending independent forensic scan of all crisis data. Scanners deploy from neutral Lumi archive. Human delegate observes via proxy link. Non-compliance voids proxy overrides. End motion. Chamber fell silent.
Trillions now. Soren's tendrils quivered.
Preposterous. Memory drafts unverified. Rule 209 subsection C. Mara shot back. Verbatim acceptance mandatory if compliant. Adjunct confirmed. TRI nodded. Confirmed. Motion logged. Scanners deploy. Orun loomed outside the glass. His enforcers shifted. He tapped the panel. She bends rules like hull plating. No fracture. Shirix's channel spiked private to Soran. Tyr intercepted fragment. Purge anyway. Proxy fires silent. Audit results scrolled. Casualties inflated. Grid failure reports forged. Shirix's coalition node stamped them.
Delegates recoiled. Illumi broker yanked support.
Fabrication? Withdrawal vote. Vexari pulsed blue. Containment risk confirmed. Humans expose us. Soran gripped the hammer.
Tendrils whitened. Human.
Your motion forces delay. Speak your defense.
Mara leaned to the cell mic. No flinch. No defense. Facts audit. Crisis was overload, not sabotage. My grid team sealed it. Checksums prove. Tyr cross-referenced. Her logs matched. Breach assessed. Seals deployed. Hulls verified. No panic protocols triggered. Human standard procedure. Orun circled the cell. She treats cage like office. Checklist next. Public feed comments flooded Tyr's secondary. Human rewrites tribunal from a box. Aliens cage fire. It forges steel. Sherrick's cut feed. Proxy vote glitched, audit locked it out. Soren grated, scanners inbound. Lumi archive neutral, delegate observes. Mara tapped her pad through cell interface. Proxy link armed. Proceeding. Tier logged, human weaponizes procedure. No special pleas. Protocols bend to her normal. Delegates murmured approval. Coalition fractured. Shyrix's hologram winked out. Orin waved enforcers to stand down. His gaze fixed on Mara. Respect flickered. But Tier's console whispered alert. DeepNet ping. Shyrix reroute scanners.
Tamper code en route. The real forge began.
Mara's proxy lit green. Scanners hummed toward the spire core. Soran lowered the hammer. Session adjourns to scan results. Human remains detained.
She nodded once, pulled up grid schematics on her pad.
Checklist resumed. Tier leaned back.
His stylus flew. Aliens craft unbreakable chains. Humans.
They thread the needle. Orin posted double guard. She'll break them quiet. Watch. No. Tier saw it.
She checked bolts. Sherrick's tamper code hit the buffer.
Tira flagged it silent. His log auto-tagged. Observer tests assumptions. Proxy link stabilized. Mara's voice echoed. Scan Sector 1. Verify seals. Scanner's word compliance. Delegates filed out. Hisses turned to queries. How does she recall Rule 209 verbatim? Trained? Or innate? Tears stayed. Watched her work. Glass walls magnified every tap. No sweat.
No rage. Orun lingered too.
Captain's log. Human endures cage's tool. Resilience noted. Public feeds peaked. Galactic net burned. Hash, human checklist trends. Saran retreated to chambers. Hammer left on podium. Unused.
Tira query deeper metadata.
Shirix's node pulsed desperate. Purge fallback armed. Emergency session, no audit. Ping to Mara's proxy.
Tamper detected. Fallback purge queues.
Her response instant. Motion prep. Rule 314. Observer challenges. Proxy. Adjuncteur. File now. Tier's hearts thrummed. He keyed it. Compliant. Cell mic crackled. Proceeding. Go scanners hit core. First hashes cleared. No sabotage. Human seals held. Coalition votes flipped. Lumi brokers defected. Sherrick's fallback triggered. Emergency ping blared. Purge session now.
Saran stormed back.
Vote Mara's voice sliced. Adjuncts challenge filed. Rule 314 halts. Observer verifies. Tira stood. Verified. Halt enforced. Saran froze. Hammer trembled. Feeds hit quadrillions.
She caged the cage. Orin blocked the doors. Enforcers awaited his nod.
None came. Tier's log sealed the shift. One human. One cell. Tribunal reforged. Shirix's node crashed. Mara tapped next item. Scans rolled clean. Soran deflated. Continuance granted. Full exoneration pending. She nodded. No triumph. Checklist complete. But Tire's console final pinged. Shyrix fled net. New crisis. Coalition hunt. The hammer lay forgotten. Human bent it all. Orun opened the cell. Delegate Cod. Released. She stepped out. Pad in hand. Audit finalizes. Tyr nodded. Clean. Humanity cleared. Delegates applauded. Vexari holograms dimmed shame. Mara shouldered past. Next crisis. Orun trailed.
You bent the spire.
Checked bolts, she said. Tyr watched her go. Log entry. Aliens fear breakage. Humans, they endure. And expose. Shyrix's ghost signal whispered. Retribution plots. Real verdict brewed. Magistrate Soran slammed his gavel. The chamber's holoscreens flickered. Route the Clythar station feeds. Live. Now. Adjunct Tyr's tentacles flew across his console. Feeds locked in. Alarms screamed from the orbital platform. Vexari crew voices overlapping in panic. Red lights pulsed. Life support cascade failure. Oxygen scrubbers offline. Hull microfractures widening.
Saran turned to the defendant doc. His frills quivered with contempt.
Delegate Cod. Humanity petitions integration.
You boast resilience. Demonstrate. Fix this. Or prove containment risk. Tribunal votes erasure. Mara Kade. Rose. No flinch. She crossed to the open command channel podium, unlocked it with a tribunal override code Tyr hadn't seen her enter.
Her fingers danced on the haptic panel.
Command channel active. Her voice cut through the din. Calm. Flat. This is Delegate Maracade. Human envoy. Triage protocol initiating. Station crew sound off. Tyr's log auto-captured. He streamed it wide. Tribunal record. Galactic feeds. Quadrillions watched. His stylus hovered. Timestamp. 14 hours, 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Human seized control. A Vexari tech's voice crackled. Breaches in sectors 7 and 12. We can't. Tech 1. Isolate sector 7 breach. Manual valves. Port side. Cycle them twice. Confirm pressure drop. The tech hesitated. But protocols. Now, Mara snapped. Not anger. Fact. Tech 2 reroute auxiliary O2 from cargo bays 4 through 6. Bypass primary lines. Use emergency jumpers. Tira blinked. Jumpers? Vakari. Doctrine forbade that. Too volatile. Yet the text moved. Holofeed showed claws scrambling. Saran leaned in. She's improvising. Risking the station. Proof of chaos. Counselor Shyrix of Lumi nodded from the coalition benches. Subtle ping to Tura's private channel. Log her deviations. Amplify for purge vote. Third ignored it. His console pinged. Mara's casks compiling into a list. He pushed it live. Timestamp. 14 hours, 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Task 1, Sector 7, isolated. Pressure stabilized at 87%. Mara didn't look up. Crew chief, vent non-essentials. Galley, wreck bays. Dump inert gases first. Chief's voice, human, that's against code. Loss of life, if you don't, do it. She patched a secondary schematic, human-style flowchart. Simple lines, no jargon. Tyr streamed the list. Viewers spiked. Comments flooded his buffer. She commands Vexari, no deference. Warden Captain Oren shifted at the security dais. His enforcers grip stunners. She's bending chain of command. Saran smirked. Letter. Failure seals the verdict. Mara's eyes flicked to the main diagnostic. Life support core overheating. Tech 3. Manual override sequence. Bypass regulator 2B. Sequence. Flush coolant line alpha. Engage backup pump. Lock secondary relays.
Tyr's frills twitched. Manual override?
Galactic regs required AI mediation? Humans bypassed that? The tech stammered. No one's trained. Listen.
Mara recited. Slow.
Precise. Flush alpha. Twist valve, left quarter turn. Pump engage. Slam red lever down. Relays. Flip toggles 1 through 5, right to left. Confirm green lights. Hollow feed. Tech mirrored her. Lights flickered. Green bloomed. Timestamp, 14 hours, 3 minutes and 22 seconds. Core temp dropping. 42K to 298K. Shurix hissed. This delays purge. Soren, intercede. Saran waved her off. She'll crack. Watch. Mara scanned readouts. Breaches sealed? Good. O2 reroute holding. Stabilize at 42%. Crew. Evac non-critical to core modules. Lock hatches. Voices complied. No questions now. Station schematics steadied. Alarms dulled to yellow. Tyr's log auto-noted. Human workflow imposed. 0 fatalities projected. Efficiency. 187% above Vexari baseline. Oren muttered into his comm. She's not breaking. She's rewriting ops. Mara tapped final commands. Override complete. Station crew resume command. Log all changes for audit.
Chief's voice steadied. Control returned.
Systems nominal. Delegate Kade. Thank you.
She stepped back.
Podium locked. No speech. Silence gripped the chamber. Soran rose. Gavel mid-swing. Froze. Feeds hit 4.7 quadrillion. Tyr streamed the handoff. Timestamp, 14 hours, 4 minutes and 1 second. Crisis resolved. 0 losses.
Record shows, Tyra said, voice steady.
Human intervention saved 2,400 Vexar lives. No special tools. No exemptions. Shyrix surged. Coercion! She hijacked. Per tribunal rules. Tyr cut in. Risk demonstration authorized by Magistrate Saran. Outcome, success. Saran deflated, frills limp.
Adjourn.
Mara returned to her dock. Pad in hand. Jotted notes. Orun signaled enforcers down. She turned trap to triage. Tyr's console pinged private. Sherrix. Abort purge push. Human anomaly confirmed. But Tyr lingered on the log. Mara's list glowed. Plain language. Checkboxes ticked.
He tested his stylus.
Assumptions cracked. Chamber cleared. Soran stormed out.
Shyrix trailed, whispering to brokers.
Mara stayed. Reviewed station telemetry. Nodded to herself. Orun approached her dock. Delegate. How? Checklist, she said. Prioritize, act, verify. Tyr logged it. No drama. Just method. Yet feeds buzzed. Galactic nets lit. Humans endure, underestimated. His frill itched. One ordinary human. Public crucible, bent the verdict without bending. Saran reconvened hours later. Coalition benches thinned.
Shyrix absent.
Rumors of fallback maneuvers.
Delegate Cade.
Soren intoned. Voice thinner. Demonstration noted. But humanity's history. Wars, expansions, warrants, scrutiny.
Mara met his gaze. Scrutiny earned.
Send more tests. Timestamp 17 hours, 15 minutes, and 43 seconds. Challenge issued. Orun chuckled low.
She's volunteering cages.
Shyrix pinged again. Proxy vote incoming. Purge fallback.
Tyr flagged it. Observer protocol. Expose interference.
Oh?
Mara's pad beeped. Incoming station audit. Clean seals. Human mods integrated. She tapped reply. Approved. Next drill? Saran hesitated. Adjunct. Pull full records. Tyr complied. Mara's timestamps marched perfect.
Alien techs echoed her orders verbatim.
Council murmurs rose. Lumi brokers defected. Shyrix's coalition frayed. Emergency ping blared. Purge session proxy. Soren grabbed gavel. Override! Vote now! Mara's voice sliced comms. Adjunct. Challenge filed under Rule 314. Observer verify. Tyr stood. Console confirmed. Verified. Halt enforced. Soran froze.
Hammer trembled. Orun blocked doors.
Enforcers waited. Feeds exploded.
She codged the cage. Tyr sealed the log.
One, human. Checklist bent tribunal. Shyrix's node crashed. Exposed. Mara tapped next item. Scans rolled clean. Saran sagged. Continuance. She nodded. She nodded. No smile. List done. Fear's final ping. Coalition hunt active. Shyrix fled net. Hammer forgotten. Orun opened dock.
Delegate Cade. Released.
She stepped out. Pad ready.
Audit finalizes. Tyr nodded. Clean. Humanity cleared. Delegates clapped. Vexari holograms dimmed. Mara shouldered past. Next season, Orun followed. You bent the spire. Checked bolts, she said. Tyr watched. Log closed. Alien sphere breakage. Humans endure. Expose. Shyrix's ghost signal whispered. Retribution. Real Counselor Shyrix's hologram flickered to life above the tribunal dais. Magistrate Saran, I move to classify humanity as inherently non-compliant. Their body hazard metrics exceed safe thresholds by 30%. Containment protocols demand escalation. Adjunct Tyr Stylus paused mid-log. He sat at his recessed console, screens blooming with Shyrix's cited data, human sweat volatility, muscle twitch unpredictability, own density spikes. Lumi brokers nodded in their alcoves. Shyrix's coalition tightened.
Magistrate Saran leaned forward, his frilled crest flaring. Motion noted.
Delegate Caded, your response? Mara Cada stood unmoving in the defendant's circle. Her plain envoy suit hugged her frame, pad clutched in one hand. No tremble. She tapped the screen. Request controlled safety demo. I'll submit my medical telemetry to the tribunal feed now. Tyr's console pinged. Data streamed in. Human heart rate steady at 62. Oxygen saturation 98. Neural fire nominal.
He cross-checked against galactic norms. Humans ran hotter, denser.
But compliant. Soran's crest twitched. Granted. Warden Captain Orun, initiate containment protocol. Orun stepped from the shadows, his armored bulk blocking the spire's main hatch. Vents hissed. Force field snapped up around Mara's circle, iridescent walls pulsing at yellow alert. Delegate. Follow posted restrictions. No contact with barriers. No tool use beyond pad. Vital signs monitored. Mara nodded once. She set her pad on the floor plate. Stepped back. The protocol display scrolled. Hold position. Simulate breach response. She raised empty hands. Fields hummed louder. Tira logged every metric. Orun circled. Scanner wand sweeping. Compliance verified. Heart steady, no evasion. Shyrix's hologram leaned in. Metrics lie. Humans adapt hazards into weapons. Purges for proxy. Incoming. Council murmurs swelled. Tyr flagged the interference per observer protocol. His ping hit Shyrix's node. Exposed. Soren banged his gavel. Demo proceeds. He eyed Mara. Standard cleared, but humans defy standards. His voice sharpened. I redefine mid-hearing. Harsher limits. Fields to red alert. Add thermal flux. Gravity pulse at 1.5. Repeat test. Prove compliance or forfeit.
Tyr's stylus scratched faster. Goalpost shift. Illegal under Rule 217, but Soren's purist writ overrode.
Orun hesitated, then keyed overrides. Fields glowed crimson.
Heat bloomed. Gravity tugged harder.
Mara blinked sweat from her eyes. No protest.
She retrieved her pad. Tap telemetry update.
Data flowed. Core temp rose to 38 Celsius. Pulse climbed to 90. Bones creaked under load, but held. Red protocol active, Orun barked.
New restrictions. Maintain balance. Verbal report every 10 seconds.
No stabilization aids. Compliance, Mara said. Voice level. Standing firm. Vitals green. Tyr watched her feet plant wider. Human souls gripped the plate without slip. Aliens and Sims buckled at red.
She didn't. Shyrix pinged Tyr privately. Abort log.
Coalition favor. Tyr deleted it, unread. His screens showed defections. Lumi brokers flipping neutral. Report, Orun prompted.
Balance held, Mara said. Thermal nominal.
Gravity adjusted. Soran's frills flattened. Impossible. Humans break. Repeat under flux peak. Orun amped the fields. Air shimmered. Mara swayed once, caught herself. Peak hit. Compliance. Tira's console blared. Shyrix's proxy vote queued. Purge fallback. He stood. Observer protocol. Expose interference.
All eyes snapped to him.
Soren froze. Adjunct. Shyrix's coalition fraying. Logs confirm. Mara's pad beeped mid-test. She glanced. Station audit incoming. Seals clean. Human mods integrated. Tapped reply. Approved. Next drill. Soren snatched his gavel. Pull full records adjunct. Tyr complied. Timestamp scrolled. Mara's orders echoed verbatim by alien techs. No deviations. Council murmurs peaked. Shyrix's hologram glitched. Emergency ping. Purge session proxy. Soran hammered. Override vote now. Mara's voice cut comms. Adjunct. Challenge under Rule 314. Observer verify. He rose again. Halt enforced. Soren's hammer trembled midair. Orun sealed doors. Enforcers fanned out. Feeds across the spire exploded. She caged the cage. Tyr sealed the log. One human. Checklist bent tribunal. Shyrix's node crashed. Exposed.
Mara tapped her pad. Scans rolled clean.
Soren sagged into his seat. Continuance.
Exoneration pending. She nodded.
No smile. Picked up her pad. List done. Tyr watched Orun open the dock. Delegate Cade. Released. Mara shouldered past enforcers. Audit finalizes. Tyr nodded. Clean. Humanity cleared. Delegates clapped. Vexary holograms dimmed in defeat. Orun fell in behind her.
You bent the spire.
Checked bolts? She said.
Tyr lingered at his console. Log closed. Aliens fear breakage. Humans endure. A ghost signal whispered from Shyrix's crash node. Retribution. Real. Tyr's frills quivered. He forwarded it to Central Audit. Orhan escorted Mara down the spire's outer ring. Echoes of the tribunal faded behind sealed hatches.
Her steps stayed even, gravity norm now feeling light. Captain, she said. Next. Containment drill schedule? He grunted. None pending.
You cleared them all. Schedule 1, anyway. Baseline refresh. Orun's mandibles clicked. Amusement? Respect? Humans don't rest. Lists don't sleep. They reached the envoy dock. Shuttles hummed in vacuum. Tira approached from a side passage, stylus tucked away. Delegate. Log supplemental? Mara turned. Forward to Council Archive. Full telemetry. Tyr nodded. Soran redefines again tomorrow.
Shyrix pushes appeal. Let him.
Data doesn't bend. Orin scanned the dock. Clear. But Shyrix's brokers scatter. Hunt. Active. Mara boarded her shuttle. Pad glowed with incoming. Earth relay. Crisis metrics from the Veil Fringe. Pirate incursion. Hull breaches. Copy, she murmured. Prioritize seals. Tyr watched the hatch cycle. Orun saluted. Shuttle detached, thrusters flaring blue. Back in the tribunal chamber, Soren paced. Adjunct Tyr. Full replay. Tyr projected the feed. Mara's form under red fields. Unbroken. Saren's crest drooped. She endured. More, Tyr said.
She directed. Counselor Shyrix's empty alcove mocked them.
Coalition ghosts fled the net. Soran halted. Exoneration votes? Tyr checked. 92% cleared.
Soran exhaled. Humans.
Not non-compliant. Uncontainable. Tyr logged it. First assumption cracked.
Mara's shuttle pierced the station's outer shell. Stars wheeled.
Had chimed. Galactic Council broadcast. Humanity status provisional ally. She queued response. Acknowledged. Send next audit. Earth waited. Crises. Stacked like cargo. Shh. Cracked her knuckles. Checklist ready. Orun's comm pinged her from the spire. Delegate. Go. Redfield shred exosuits. Trained for it. Step by step. Silence. Then, teach enforcers, send specs. Line cut. Mara leaned back. No victory lap. Just the list.
Sir, back at console. Pulled fringe reports.
Human vessels holding Veil lines. Checklists against chaos. Aliens reinforced late. His stylus moved. Expose. Retribution inbound. Shyrix's signal ghosted again. Tyr traced it. Lumi shadownet. Purge remnants. He pinged Mara. Alert. Coalition hunt. Reply instant. Logged. Bolts checked.
Tyr stared at the screen.
Spire bent. What Magistrate Soran slid the hollow seal across the tribunal dais. Delegate Kade, sign the relocation order for Epsilon Veil Colony. Your personal pardon deploys immediately. Sealed. No further proceedings. Mara Kade stood rigid under the chamber's glare fields. Holodock flickered. Reroute colony ships to uncharted drift space. No beacons. No rescue vectors. 1 million humans, cut adrift. Her stylus hovered. She met Saren's gaze, crest feathers rigid, eyes unblinking. This buys my freedom with their extinction? Soren tapped the dais. Practicality. Humanity's containment risk ends here. Your compliance proves reform. Refuse, and the verdict proceeds. Full quarantine. Mara's fingers tightened on the stylus. Checklist ran silent. Assess terms, log variables, reject weakness. She set the stylus down. No deal. Enter this offer into the public transcript. Word for word.
Soren!
Recoiled. Sealed means private. Off-record mercy. Transcript it. Mara said, or I walk. Adjunct Tyr's console chimed from the alcove shadows. His stylus froze mid-log. Human eyes locked on Soran. No flinch. No plea. Tyr's vents cycled hot. Protocol demanded record. He keyed the entry. Magistrate offers sealed pardon, conditioned on Delegate Cade authorizing Epsilon Veil stranding. Declined. Public demand. Soran slammed his podium. Adjunct. Suppressive. Tyr's claws clicked steady. Archival law mandates full disclosure on demand. Transmitting to council nets now. The chamber hummed. Feeds lit across 100 blocks. Soran's crest collapsed.
You forced my hand?
Mara crossed her arms.
You offered 1 life for 1,000,000 deaths.
Say it louder for the transcript. Warden Captain Orin shifted at the security arch. His enforcer squad tensed, pulse lances humming. Human delegate bent rules like hull plating. No snap. He keyed private comm. Spire secure, but feeds viral.
Soren exhaled steam. Very well.
Transcript notes the offer. Proceedings resume tomorrow. Escorter. No salute. No glance back. Orun fell in step. Old. Human. Logical, she said. They blink first. Tyr watched the lift seal. His console overflowed, neutral block queries spiking. Lumi signals ghosted the edges. Shyrix's net. He isolated a channel. Full log attached. Containment ethics query. Send. Counselor Shyrix's alcove lay dark, but her proxy drone hummed in the outer spire plaza. Feeds confirmed. Transcript viral. Purge vote teetered. She triggered the sequence. Shadow contractors, deniable, flooded the concourses. Hollow protests morphed to shoves. A Lumi agitator hurled a plasma vial at human envoy banners. Chaos bloomed. Shyrix's console parsed riot cams. Perfect. She broadcast to coalition allies. Human agitation incites violence. Tribunal spire breached. Pin it on Cade's defiance. Plaza erupted. Enforcers in silver exos clashed with masked figures. Shouts echoed. Containment, now. A human shuttle mock-up burned. Orun's voice boomed over spire comms. All units, cordon the breach. Non-lethals only. Back in the chamber, Tyr cross-checked feeds. Riot origin traced to Lumi shadow drops. Shyrix, he flagged it archival. Subtle. For neutrals. His vents cooled. Human didn't beg. She amplified. Myra reached her holding suite. Door hissed open. Orun posted outside. Shyrix play. She pulled up colony manifests. Evac route still open? For now. Orun's mandibles clicked. Your stunt bought time. Soran fumes. Mara cued encrypted burst to Earth. Offer logged public. Riot pinned. Counter with facts.
She cracked her knuckles.
Next checklist. Reinforce veil pickets. Sauron paced his private airy. Hollow walls showed riot swells. Shyrix's signal pinged him. Leverage the chaos. Emergency purge.
He slashed it silent.
Transcript burned. His words, her refusal. Neutrals murmured, human integrity. His crest itched. One ordinary envoy. Checklists over catastrophe. He summoned Tyr. Adjunct. Full damage logged. Tyr entered, stylus ready. Riot contained. Neutrals reviewing offer.
Epsilon veil holds. Sauron halted.
She made me voice it. Publicly. Tyr nodded. She directed the record, like her field's trial. Saran waved him out. Alone? He queried fringe nets. Human crisis logs. Veil incursion. Colonies stabilized step by step. No special pleas. His claws drummed. Uncontainable. Orun's squad repelled the plaza surge. Plasma scorched a barricade. He directed fire teams. Flank, contain. A contractor lunged. Tagged dropped. Shyrix hires sloppy. He growled. Comm crackled. Mara. Riot vectors? Concourses 3 and 5. Your banners targeted. Log attackers. Neutrals watching. Orun glanced at his lance. Humans fought dirty efficient. No waste. He relayed specs to his second. Adapt human swarm tactics. Shyrix's drone feed glitched. Enforcers adapted too fast, flanking like Veil Raiders.
Human influence?
She cut the proxy. Pivot. Blame Cade's agitation in emergency session. Coalition vote locked. Tyr's console pinged. Neutral block response. Ethics review initiated. Offer unethical. Delay purge. He forwarded to Mara. Her reply, copy. Audit Shyrix drops. Tyr traced deeper. Lumi funds to riot nodes. Archival burst. Evidence packet. Sauron reconvened the chamber solo. Empty alcoves stared. Transcript looped on central hollow. Mara's demand. He muted it. Adjunct. Summon neutrals. Full hearing. Tyrim complied. Spire alerts dimmed. Riot quelled. Mara reviewed colony sims. Relocation fakeout. Ships already diverted per her pre-log. Earth confirmed. Safe. She pinged Orun. Riot logs clean. Affirm.
Your move bent them. Teamwork, she sent.
Checklist ticked. Shyrix's sanctum thrummed. Coalition ghosts scattered. Purge stalled. Human envoy, no sob story, just records and redirects. She purged her own traces. Retribution later. Terror logged the shift. Soran's crest rose fractionally. Assumptions cracked wider. 1. Human. Spire bent further. Orun stood post. Squad reported. Human tactics slotted seamless. Captain, they learn fast too. He nodded. We teach back. Mara cued next dispatch. Crisis stacked. She leaned into the shuttle feed. Stars waited. No victory. Just steps. Saran faced the assembling neutrals. Proceedings adapt. Human proof demands review. Tyr's stylus flew. First leak landed. Shyrix's riot boomeranged. Mara's shuttle prepped. Pad chimed. Ethics hearing granted. She smiled faint. Checklist advanced. Outside, Orun dispersed the last agitators. Human banner smoldered, but stood. Tyr stared at his final entry. One human forced the offer loud. Court discovered resilience. What next? Bent. Warden Captain Orhun's voice boomed over Mara's comm. Spire sealed. Rioters breaching lower levels. Cade, move to protective custody. Squad en route. Hollow displays flickered red along the tribunal spire's central artery. Shouts echoed from below. Agitators chanting purge slogans. Shirix's coalition ghosts riling the crowd.
She checked her wrist pad. Evac routes jammed.
Alien staff trapped in sublevels. She turned toward the breach point, not away.
Feet pounded.
Behind her, Orun's squad rounded the corner, armored Vexari enforcers, with pulse batons raised. The captain led them, his scaled crest flared. Kade, reverse course. That's an order. Mara kept walking. Captain breach schematics show 3 choke points. Staff below need redirects first. She tapped her pad, overriding a local node. Route Alpha clear to shuttle bays. Ping it to all badges. Orun halted his squad. His optics narrowed. Humans broke under pressure, screamed, begged, folded. This one issued checklists. You're the defendant. Secure yourself. Lawful assembly turned riot. My testimony's on hold. Mara pointed at a stuttering vent panel. Seal that. Funnel them to dispersal zones. She strode past, boots clipping the polished deck. The squad shifted uneasily. Orun barked into his helm. Adjunct Tyr, log deviation. Human envoy countermanding evac. No response. Tyr's recorder feed glitched from overload. Mara reached the observation balcony overlooking the breach. Glass shutters hummed, locked tight. Below, a mob of Lumi brokers and fringe dissidents surged against energy barriers. Warden drones fired suppressants, but numbers swelled. Shirix's operatives lurked at the edges, cloaked in crowd static. Alien staff huddled in alcoves, petrified Zethari clerks, frozen Lyran aides. One Vexari porter clutched a data slate, optics wide. Mara activated the balcony intercom.
All personnel, this is Envoy Cade.
Abandon lower lifts. Stairwell Beta to Bay 7. Repeat, Beta to Bay 7. Voices crackled back, confusion, then movement. She watched dots shift on her overlay. Flows untangled. Orun arrived at her flank, squad fanned out. You're exposing the tribunal. Soren's orders? Kneel for custody. Mara logged the reroutes. 20 staff diverted.
Captain, your drones hold the line. Good work.
Now open shutters for dispersal. He crossed his arms. Negative. Containment protocol. A new voice cut through. Icy. Amplified. Magistrate Vale Soren emerged from a side passage, robes swirling. His crest spiked high. Status pheromones thick in the air. The purest judge loomed. Tribunal gavel in grip.
Human.
You will submit to protective custody. Mada turned. Soran's multifaceted eyes bored into her, expecting terror. Collapse. The weak primate role the court scripted. She met his gaze. Level, no flinch. Magistrate. Her voice carried crisp over the din. Article 47, Emergency Dispersal Clause. Spire integrity, at risk. Command shutters open. Now. Soran recoiled a fraction. His mandibles clicked. Humans groveled in crises, pleaded for mercy, proved containment risk. This one recited law, like a peer. You presume authority? Kneel, or enforcers will compel. Mara held her pad forward. Hollow legal scrolled. Signed petition from colony delegates. Verified. Breach imminent. Open shutters or riot overruns tribunal. Orun tensed. His squad gripped batons tighter. Soren's crest quivered. Indecision and a legal purist. Below, barriers buckled.
A drone sparked out. Soran hissed.
Adjunct Tyr. Confirm clause. Tyr's voice piped from a wall panel. Stylus scratches audible. Affirmative, magistrate. Klaus active. Human citation precise.
Soren glared at Mara. Fear should break her.
Instead, she stood firm, directing flows that saved his staff. His court. Open them. Soran snapped. Orun punched the override. Shutters ground upward. Cool air rushed in. The mob faltered, then scattered as dispersal fields activated, wide vents herding them toward outer plazas. Mada nodded to Orun. Roots, holding, affirm, he grunted. Squads reported clear. No breaches. Staff streamed to safety.
Soran stepped closer, voice low. You bend protocols without fracture.
Why no plea, no weakness display? Mara pocketed her pad. Checklists work. Saves lives, yours included.
Orun watched her go. Squad murmured.
Captain, she slotted our tactics seamless. He nodded.
Humans learned fast. Adapted. Soran's crest deflated. Tyr's log stylus paused mid-stroke. In Shyrix's distant sanctum, feeds died. Coalition brokers scattered as purge chants fizzled. The operator purged traces, optics dim, retribution brewed. Soran reconvened the chamber alone. Empty alcoves stared back.
Central hololooped Mara's calm command.
He muted it, adjunct.
Summon neutrals. Full hearing. Tyr complied from his nook, assumptions cracking. One human forced the shift. Spire bent. Mara reviewed colony sims in transit. Relocation fakeout confirmed. Ships diverted per her prelog. Earth pinged safe. She messaged Arun. Riot logs clean? Affirm. Your redirects bent them. Checklist advanced.
Checklist advanced.
Orun stood post-duty, dispersing last agitators. Human banner smoldered in the plaza, but stood. His squad reported. They slot human tactics now, Captain. We teach back, he said. Sauron faced assembling neutrals. Proceedings adapt. Cuban proof demands review. Tyr's stylus flew. First leak hit networks. Riot boomerang. Shyrix play exposed. Mara shuttle prepped at the pad. Ethics hearing chimed. Granted. She smiled faint. Stars waited. No victory lap. Just next steps.
Orun eyed the horizon.
Court discovered resilience. One ordinary human. Impossible choices public. What bent next? Counselor Shyrix thrummed in shadows. Purge stalled. Fingerprints clean for now. Tyr stared at his final entry. Assumptions wider. Galactic Council trembled. Mara cued dispatch. Crisis stacked. She leaned into shuttle feed. Soran gripped gavel. Human resilience logged. Spire hummed steady. Breach sealed. Verdict hung. Adjunct Tyr slammed his stylus onto the Nexus pad. The chamber's hologrid ignited. Full audit trail bloomed across the vaulted dome. Lines of code snaking like exposed veins. Magistrate Sauron, Tyr announced, voice steady despite the tremor in his frills. The unaltered docket, inserted by Counselor Sherix's proxy node, time-stamped pre-crisis. Neutrals in the alcoves leaned forward. Their sensor feeds hummed.
Sauron's mandibles clicked once. He waved the gavel.
No interruption. Fear swiped. Fabricated entries glowed red. Shyrix's coalition funneled riot agitators. Docket claims human incitement. False. Logs show Lumion cutouts. Shyrix's remote feed flickered from a shadowed booth. No denial. Just a pause. Adjunct. Sauron cut in, eyes narrowing. Relevance? Tyr met the gaze. Exposes prejudice in verdict chain. Human delegate proved compliance under duress. This taints species-level judgment. Murmurs rippled. Tyr's core pulsed. One human's checklist had cracked his logs. Now his own hand exposed rot. Sauron rose. His robes swept the dais. Enough. The risk stands. He activated Precedent Archive. Hollow bloomed. Ancient Edict faded glyphs. Precedent 47B. Species containment for existential threat. Humanity's crisis response bypassed protocols. Unpredictable. Vote proceeds. Tyr's stylus hovered. Neutrals shifted. Shyrix's feed steadied. Smug. The chamber doors hissed. Mara Kade strode in, escorted by Orun's detail. No chains. Her tablet glowed in hand. Orun nodded once to Tyr. Respect, unearned before. Magistrate, Mara said, voice level. She mounted the defendant plinth without prompt. Before vote, counter-proposal. Sauron's frills flared. Delegate? Speak your deletion. A compact scrolled into the central hollow binding oversight terms. Auto-generated from her colony sends. Galactic Compact. Humanity volunteers first audit. Full access. No exemptions. We comply, you verify. Tyr blinked. Neutrals froze. Shyrix's booth darkened. Precedent demands erasure, Sauron snapped. Not negotiation.
Mara held eye contact. Your precedent cites risk.
Test it. Audit us. If we fail, erase. We bent your riot, without breaking. Prove us contained. Orun crossed arms at the perimeter. His squad mirrored, human tactics slotted in. Tyr logged furiously. Assumptions shattered, humans didn't beg. They offered the noose. Soran paced. Gavel tapped rhythm. Neutrals whispered feeds to their coalitions.
Binding, Soren probed. Self-enforced, Mara replied.
Human oversight team leads first pass. Your auditor's shadow. Transparent. Shirix's proxy chimed.
Objection. Human self-audit mocks tribunal. Mara turned.
Your inserts mocked at first. Audit that too.
Tira projected the trail again. Shirix's node blinked guilty.
Mandibles ground. Vote rescinded. He swung to Shirix's booth. Counselor, you cited species risk. Precedent applies. Tribunal review. Your coalition. Full audit. First compliance. Now. Shirix's feed cut. Booth sealed for extraction. Neutrals erupted in approval chimes. Orun's squad relaxed. Fractionally. Tyr's final entry burned in. Court came for humanity. Turned on itself. Mara stepped down. Nodded to Orun. Log sync. Affirm. He rumbled. Your redirects held. She cued dispatch on her tablet. Tyr watched her exit. No triumph, just checklist advance. Sauron reconvened the reduced chamber. Tyr stood at his nook, feeds streaming to galactic nets. First leak hit. Shirix exposed. Networks buzzed. Adjunct, Soran said, voice low. Log the shift. Human resilience. Precedent now. Tyr complied. His frills settled wider. One ordinary envoy. Impossible choices public. Spire bent.
Orun dispersed, the last spectators.
Human banner remnants smoldered below, but proxies waved digital flags. His comm buzzed. Captain, squads adapting human bends.
Integrate, Orun ordered. They teach resilience.
Mara boarded her shuttle. Earth ping confirmed safe. Relocation sims diverted clean. She messaged fleet. Compact live. Audits inbound. Prep checklists. Shuttle lifted. Stars wheeled.
Tia archived the session. Assumptions rewritten.
Galactic Council trembled, not from human threat, but proof. Soren gripped the gavel alone. Next docket, but his eyes lingered on Mara's hololoop. Calm command under pressure. No weakness performed. In shadows beyond the spire, Shirix's aides scrambled. Purge stalled. Fingerprints smudged.
Tyr powered down his nexus.
One human forced the mirror.
What reflected back? Orun eyed the plaza.
Agitators gone. Human tactics lingered in his drills.
Collaboration bent rules without breaking.
Mara leaned into shuttle feed.
Crises stacked. She ticked the next. Audit prep. No victory lap. Stars waited. Zarin faced empty alcoves. Proceedings adapt. Precedent turned inward. Tyr stepped into the transit tube. Final log synced. Court discovered resilience. Corruption on trial. The spire hummed. Verdict shifted. Galactic order realigned. One checklist at a time. But Shirix's network whispered plots. Coalitions realigned. Mara's compact bought time. Not peace. Orin logged. Patrol end. Human envoy cleared spire. His squad saluted sharper.
Tyr reached archives. Stylus flew one last note. Underestimated human.
Bends the court. Mara's shuttle pierced cloud layers. Earth loomed. Fleet hailed. Delegate compact accepted. Logged, she replied. We lead the audit. Cheers crackled. Humble competence. Seren sealed the chamber. Gavel fell. Humanity endures. Under oversight. Neutrals dispersed. Feeds carried the hook. Erasure flipped. Tribunal indicts its own. Tribe watched from his overlook. One person's impossible choices. Public proof.
Aliens learned. Shirix's transport evaded Spire lockdown for minutes.
Warden teams closed in. Arun took point. Secure the corrupt. Human standard.
Squad moved. Bends without brakes.
Mara queued colony updates. Crisis checklist. Advanced. Galactic Council pinged alerts. Purge vote buried. Compact trended. Tyr smiled faint. First time. Assumptions wider. Stars held humans now. Sauron reviewed precedents. 47B amended in hollow margins. Resilience audited. Not erased. The court came to erase. Instead, it purged itself. Shyrix faced the plinth. Orun's detail flanked. Your audit, counselor. Irony logged. Tyr watched remote. Human spark ignited it. Mara touched down. Earth gravity welcomed. Team met her. Next crisis. Galactics incoming, she said. Checklists ready. They nodded. Ordinary resilience. Extraordinary bend. Spire verdict hung no more. Compact sealed. Trials turned. What bent next?